Hey guys, in this episode we're going to be installing a set of LED rock lights that are app supported. So we're going to be able to operate this setup from our cell phone. This was sent over to us from Super E. We've installed some Super E products before and have had great success. So let's go ahead and get this one installed and see what we like or don't like. Let's take a look in the box here. Looks like we've got some instructions. This is for a remote control application. This is for a cell phone. I guess these are sold as a set. Pretty fancy looking. Nice quality. They got a little bit of weight to them. Pre-wired. So it looks like should be two of them that's got extension wires, so they'll reach further. And this one's got two in it. There's one. And one. So two of them do have longer wires, so they can be run further away from the control box. Like we've got some double-sided tape. Got our control box with the wiring, and it does come with a remote, so we can use the remote or our cell phone app. So that's pretty nice. So if you don't have a cell phone, you can still use this product. I got our power cables, some zip ties, and some installation hardware. So according to the instructions, I guess it's a good idea to go ahead and plug everything in, connect it to the battery, make sure everything works out here on the table before you go and route everything through your vehicle and it doesn't work. Good idea. And it also has a little warm tip on here. It says that though you can use this double-sided tape to mount your lights, looks like it fit pretty good, they do recommend that you either zip tie them or bolt them into place because the tape's not going to hold them very long. But they provide all of that, so whichever option works the best for you, I suppose. So let's get this all wired up and see how it works. All right, for this install, we are going to use a couple of tools. I've got some wire strippers. I've got some connector crimpers or wire in connector crimpers. Got some connectors, and I've got a voltmeter so that I can locate our power and ground if we need to. Let's open our fuse box. Go ahead and get our voltmeter handy. And we're looking for constant 12 volt. That way it works all the time. Or if you choose to look for one that only has power when the key is on, that's up to you. We know the battery's got a good ground. We'll go ahead and test our voltmeter. 12.6 on the meter. And where I found is right up here. This was for a California accessory. We get full battery voltage right here. So that's where I'm going to run my power to. And I don't see any reason not to run our ground wire right to our battery terminal. This is our power supply wiring harness. And the nice flat blade I think will fit. And it will not fit in there. So what I'm going to do is adjust this. Right where that hole is, right in the center. You can see right where that hole is where I'm going to cut it. Or try to. And it snipped pretty good. So now you've got just a little half blade. And we know that'll plug right in. We're going to make this a little bit longer. Just to make good and sure I've got a nice connection. And something to note is when you close this box, this wire needs to be run right through the center of these two right here, so it doesn't interfere with anything. For a ground wire, you want to make sure that you choose a connector that's going to fit where you're going to put it. I'm going to do the same thing with the ground wire. Just a little bit more meat to grab hold of there. Find your control box. And this is where we're going to wire all of our lights up to. So we'll go ahead and connect those all up. It looks like they go in a specific way. And they do snap pretty secure. It looks like they're all wired up. I'm guessing the next step would be to give it some power. Hey! Success! As soon as I plugged it in, they light up. Now this is a on off button. So that's pretty cool. So we know every single one of these is going to work. It's a good test. There's a piece of plastic you got to remove to make the battery contact. I turned the lights over because they're really these things are super bright. They blind you me trying to record at the same time. Maybe it just takes a second. The blue. Well, I don't understand. It changed a second ago. There. Red. Green. I'm not quite sure what's going on, but maybe you got to aim it at it. That seems to be working a little better now. Wasn't holding the mouth right, maybe. It looks like you've got a full spectrum of colors that you can choose from here. And you can fade them down to different scale. Brightness level. Like you can change them around. And maybe it just takes a minute or two for this remote to connect to the controller, or pair, if you will. Turn on this Lotus lantern. Looks like we must have location turned on. For whatever reason, this phone is not going to let me do that. We'll try again later. We've got it connected to our battery. We've got good power supply. We've got our remote hooked up. Just press the power button. Everything works on it. You can change the colors. It's got all kinds of different functionalities that I haven't figured out just yet. You can make them fade. You can flash, jump around slow. It's supposed to have something to do with music too. I don't know how that works exactly yet. If you want to use your app, load the Lotus app onto your phone and you can adjust everything from there. Now that we know everything is hooked up, functions right, we can go ahead and route our wiring and get this thing installed. I went ahead and lifted this box up. You do so by pushing these tabs in, and that'll give you a little bit of space underneath of it that you can hide this box if you want to. And we also got this whole great big mess of extra wiring. You just wad that up. We're just going to tuck it in for now. Maybe we'll come up with a better design for that. I don't know. Now, one thing I did notice, you have to turn the system on before the remote will work. Otherwise, if the system's off, the remote does not work at all. So as long as it's on, the remote works just fine. Change your colors, whatever you need to do. So if you want to mount this inside your vehicle, not a bad idea. You can run the wire up, connect it inside there, or if you want to keep it hidden out here under the dash, that's up to you. We've got everything installed and everything seems to be in good shape. Everything works good. Got a fancy remote, optional app on your phone. You can turn this thing to a bunch of different colors. You want to change it to orange, purple. You can go into what they call a music mode. Play your music, that chimes to your music or something like that. I don't know, but it's pretty cool. It enhances the look of the Jeep. I think it turned out real well. Let's see what it looks like in the dark, right? Thanks for watching.